Which Red? What happened last time?
Well, we start off with Celine getting a unique visitor, a being by the name of Abaddon, who seems to be all eyes, as he wanted to make a bit of a deal with her. Essentially, a way so she can get the protection she needs, as she has a couple people scouting for her, and well, what it wants mostly is information about the war between the Summer and Fae courts, or maybe just Fae dealings entirely. Want to locate that dragon that was around at one point or another, and of course keep the eyes on the young bulk that exists, which I think we said Celine knows who that is. Tell me if I'm wrong about that one though. Um, and of course she made the deal, hopefully to get some stuff off her ass as well. If someone who's willing to boast that he can keep everything from our back, then we foolish not to take it. She has a bit of an inkling what this creature is, more likely an angel, at least with the name. While that's going on as well, Darius is still training young Grace and trying to help her get her powers in order. She seems to be struggling a bit more, and trying to make connections, mostly with the hunter groups, and even spoke with Lamar as well. Just trying to find a way to branch out. Rowan has been on their best behavior, as they've been a bit bored, decide to try to have some fun, and went to the new club that they had visited last time with us, which was the Bazaar. While Andrea seems to be manning, as they saw each other and had a bit of a conversation, mainly with Andrea trying to build her own connections, as she's a newcomer to the city, and people seem to be a bit uncomfortable around her. Was hoping with Rowan's abilities and such that they can, get some way of getting that first conversation started. As Rowan told her about the summer dragon that seems to be gone now, and of course the war, and willing to introduce her to her winter friends, and vouch for her as well to other people, so they know that she's not going to, eat them. There was a conversation mainly about exactly what her palate is, that she doesn't just eat dragons, but all types of being. Her eyes even grew with excitement at the idea of a bulk. And also pointed out apparently there's a person named John that exists, that she seemed to get her eyes interested as well. And gave Celine's number to her. So the next call she made was to Celine, as she was eager to make a conversation with John, or set up a meeting or such. Just a little hello, basically, and I promise not to eat him. And as well as, not wanting to, more upset, but then she realizes Celine did call John to let him know about this, that someone seems to be interested in looking for him and want to talk with him. Though John seemed to be uninterested, he did take it back once he learned about her desire for dragon meat and such like that, and was eager to speak with her, and she was able to set that meeting up for them. While that was going on, and after doing that bit of business, Celine also called another contact for her, Fairchild, to hopefully get some more context. And since she's lost out on a big deal, it wouldn't hurt to try to at least make some more friends. As she was able to get some help or get in contact with Zoe, a young up-and-comer, as she seemed to be on the lookout for a bit of a particular love potion, more of altering the mind and personality permanently. Not permanently, but along the ingest at the very least. And Celine, not asking too many questions, was able to make such a thing for her at a good time and a good rate. Darius as well had met up with Celine at one point because, like I said, struggling to figure out what to do with Grace's abilities, and knowing that the only place he could really look or get some answers possibly is at the garden that exists, that seems to be in Celine's care right now. Even went out to ask her exactly what she knows, but Celine, of course, tried to put up a wall there saying, like, I don't think that's a good idea. I do not want to get in trouble with some other players here, and I definitely don't want to piss off your partner at that very least. We can find a solution possibly, but I think you should talk with them first before you do so. Because if you don't, I definitely will. Or at least in that type of word, walk around us, as he seemed to be a bit put off with that. Though, like I said, he's having a hard time figuring out exactly what to do with the whole thing with Grace, as well as the fact of Andrea exists as well, as Celine would tell him, and the interest in the young bulk, or the bulk that's in his care. Rowan as well got a call, another return for a investment she made not too long ago. Sophia saying, after surviving the raids of the hunter raids, wanted to know if they were still interested in the body of that killer. And though the desire has waned a bit for Wayne, it wouldn't hurt. Maybe they'll find a use for it eventually. and even made set up a meeting with Darcy as she wanted to keep the promise to Andrea to have her meet the Winter Court. And through that, they seem to be having a bit of a rekindling of the relationship with that as well. Having that conversation with Darius and such, and the only contact who knows anything close about the garden, Celine went off to talk with John, who was still in his meeting with Andrea. So she went off to go meet him to see exactly if she can learn anything. Though was a bit surprised when she came back to a very dusty John, as he said it was a wonderful conversation, and he has blood in his cane and things like that, as he seems to be content with how it went, I guess. And Celine offered to give him a ride as she asked him questions about anything about the nature spirit, though he didn't seem to have much information on that regard, other than the fact that maybe Grace's powers could be awakened by threats or a fight or something that may not be what Rowan would want for her. And of course, Rowan had Andrea meet the Winter Court. A little bit as an oddity, as Andrea came bruised and beaten, having an altercation with John, was very surprised even for her, as he didn't even say hello before apparently using his cane as his blunt weapon. Though it was all fine, she went up to a couple and apparently did something to transfer the wounds to him and took that health back from her and knocked out the partner and just casually just did something very brutal in front of not just Rowan but Darcy, as Darcy looked on with concern. Meeting up with the Winter Monarch, who seems to know exactly what she is, and pointed out that if this deal or alliance that they are making continues, that they will not touch their subjects in any way. And of course, make it so Rowan has a spot in the Winter Court, as well as becoming the handler for Andrea, or the correspondence between them, offering a bit of a position and power here that Rowan seems to be willing to take. And it seems to be improving her relationship with these ties that she had lost so long ago. Of course, Darius got a phone call, as Celine had made sure to call Lydia, who about what was going on, and she was very upset, especially with Darius. She reprimanded him and told him that she knows to stay out of this, that this is something he could not be involved with in any way. Stop training this girl immediately, or else, basically. Very much implied. And Darius tried to get a word edgewise, even asking if she knows anything about this particular name of Durzus, which she said yes, but it should be remained long buried and should not be looked at further. And told him no, and flipped the phone off. And Darius, of course, was rightfully upset with how it ended. Said Rowan did get a call from Lydia as well, telling them that, hey, your friend's magic lessons stop now, or she will be in danger. So there was a bit of tense conversation. It seems Rowan agreed and was not going to. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, Rowan's the one who actually asked about Durzus, not Darius. But regardless, Lydia has taken on Darius's debts from Rowan to him, essentially, and now it's her responsibility to make sure this doesn't become too much of an annoyance later on down the line. Rowan did warn Darius about apparently his spouse is very upset, as well as warning Celine about John's behavior may become a problem for her down the line. A good point made, basically. And, of course, I think that's where it ended there. A bit of advice that Rowan gave Darius is to reach out to the wizard Elliot, something that apparently he didn't know, and maybe try to do a little bit more than what he's doing. Hang out with mortals more. Do something else, because this isn't working for you, man, and you're going to lose more if you don't try something now, essentially. Oh, and I almost forgot. Darius did make a point after talking to Lydia, talked to his dad, who gave him a revelation that maybe Grace's powers aren't necessarily what they think it is. Maybe it's closer to what his powers are than wizards. And I think that was a big surprise in his part as well. And yeah, I think that's everything.
Yes. Which brings up a good point, Darius. What are you gonna do about this entire fiasco?
So a couple things I'm gonna do. You told me I actually know of the other wizard. So
You know where
I
he
know of
lives?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where I know of him, not.
Yes.
So I guess going to visit him would be the first step.
When would you visit him? Morning, afternoon, at night?
Yeah, probably early in the morning.
Yeah, set out across the city and eventually reach the other tower. As you approach the building and as you knock a couple of times, this very tired man sort of opens up as the cigarette smoke kind of like blows into your face. Almost like a mirror image of yourself, Darius. Says, can I help you?
I was hoping we could talk. I feel like we have some things in common.
Who are you?
I am Darius.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Hmm. I'm from the other tower.
Oh. No, I still don't know you, but I know the place you talk about. Sure, come in. I like rubs his eyes as he like steps off to the side. As you walk inside this place that, yeah, it's very similar to yours, but a lot more messy. Even compared to your abode, this place is a rather disaster. As there's this flying creature that kind of like just passes over your head, kind of like lands on a nearby ledge and just kind of like stares at you and says, "Oh God, Andre, think I found another you? How will this world survive both of you? Same time, same room." Andre just kind of like looks at him and just says, "Just ignore the birds."
Fair enough. You care if I smoke?
As he's like smoking, looks at you and says, "No."
Pulls out his own pack.
Arlo's like, "Oh God, he's also about as he might be even stupider than you, Andre."
So, have you tried eating him? He looks delicious.
Oh God. Andre just kind of like rubs his temples a bit as Arlos kind of like says, Sure. Listen, how about I do you a solid? I chop off one of my limbs and you then eat it. Sounds good." No. So, I see how it is. You talk big, but fucking spineless.
He's talking to Andre. He's like, my bad.
I told you to
So this
just
is-
ignore him. Do not pay
Yeah.
attention.
All right. So, nice place you got here. It's a little. I vaguely recognize it. Just
It's a
a little
shithole.
different.
What's your point? I thought you came here with something you wanna.
Yeah, I'll get it off my chest. I'm not really good at small talk. So, I don't know how much you travel outside the tower, but there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people and pieces moving around. And I think that it would be a good idea for us to, I don't know, work together and have each other's backs for whatever's coming.
You have to be a bit more specific. And no, I don't really care about what's happening outside this tower.
And just for the sake of it, he's gonna kind of explain the events with the Winter Court and stuff, and with the hunters and all that,
He
just to kind of
looks
catch him up.
absolutely disinterested. He is listening, but he looks so fucking disinterested. Just there's this blank expression on his face. As you finish sort of recapping for him, at least, putting him up to speed. And like shrugs and says, "Sounds quite the shitstorm. I still don't see how this is my problem though."
Well,
They start
If-
fighting, the hunters will wipe them from the streets. If they start bringing in the dragons, I'm sure some of the other powerful beings in the area will kill them. I don't.
Well, while they're fighting, I guess there's something else coming our way. I don't know quite what. I just know that I need to start getting some people together for when that
Well,
storm hits.
Feel free to reach out when you have something more concrete. Right now, I still don't understand how this is affecting me or is related to me in any way. Why should I care?
He stops for a minute. He looks around. Does what does my tower seems to take information and memories from me? Does this tower also do that? Just feels different.
You hear the crow above you. Because it is different, dumbass. This place takes fucking emotions. You shouldn't listen. It probably would have started with you around. God, you're so boring. Keeps flying about. Andre just kind of like nods and says, "He's right about the thing. This place consumes emotions."
What made you decide to be this thing's custodian?
What made you be yours?
I saw power and understanding, and I got one, and the other we'll see.
Then you already have your answer.
Was it worth it for you?
Still here, aren't I?
Fair enough. Well, how does it affect you? People are going to start looking for assets in the city, and our places aren't that far out of the way. Even if we're not directly helping each other, it would be nice to have at least one person in the city that you know will have your back if trouble is coming around. Think of it as a
I'll be
precaution.
quite frank with you, Darius. I don't know you, but you sounds like you are in trouble, and you want me to just help you out.
Not in trouble.
Because all of this seemingly affects you and those you care about. It doesn't really affect me, so.
All right. Well,
Now, if you want something from me, sure we can find a suitable trade, but otherwise, this whole discussion doesn't seem to be very productive.
fair enough. I wasn't really expecting anything off the bat. But it is nice to finally get a face to a place. If I do come up with, well, what kind of magic do you specialize in, if I may ask? Just so I know if I need something, what to ask for. I don't want to ask something that you can't.
You know, hexes, necromancy.
Really? Wow. Like, Darius is really trying not to nerd out and ask like 1,000 questions.
A lot of old, ancient magic. This is why I stay here and study.
Wow, that's amazing. I have a few books on the subject, but doing it? No.
Even recently, the vampires wanted me to interrogate a lost soul, but Mancy is a bit of an annoying discipline to try and study. Seemingly every soul nowadays is being claimed by one demon or another.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be troublesome, and getting their attention would really only cause problems, huh?
I try not to engage with them. They a bit too desperate.
Short-sighted.
No, they have quite long running schemes. It's just that they seemingly are quite desperate, especially if you talk to some of the more weaker ones.
Desperate for power, or just
Mm-hmm.
desperation in general? Yeah, I've witnessed that. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but if you need, he'll write his number down. Well, if you need something, feel free to give me a call, but I'll be stopping by. I feel like there's a lot of back and forth we could probably share.
No, I would prefer if you came up with straight to the point questions.
Fair enough. If I come across something in your wheelhouse, I'll let you know.
Very well.
All right. Have a good day.
He just nods back as like closes the door as you leave.
He's like leans his head against it. I don't know what I was expecting. Huh. Well, at least I got contact for those kind of things. Grunt, I got a
Mhm.
question.
Yes.
This is another name that came up. I don't think I got any contacts from Grace's brother yet about meeting up with hunters.
Been like only a few days, so yeah, no.
Yep, no. But I know somebody who I'm still having problems with Zoe. Do I happen to, by any chance, know where Sophia hangs out?
Well, you used
Not
to,
really.
but now not really, because Zoe took a lot of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Can probably ask around if you want. Hit the
Yeah, can
streets.
I? Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Can I just hit the streets and find out?
Yes.
Oh shit! Why did I get a pop up? All right.
Because you have to roll. It's basically you have to roll with the circle, if I remember correctly. So whatever
No, it
your
was
knight is.
which is -1, so
Oh yeah.
not great.
Well, -1 then, I guess. It's fine.
Listen, nope. I have no idea.
That's what it is.
I'm getting.
You can just call
I-
Zoe. Listen, just bite the bullet.
I have other people I can call. I have Celine.
I'd be very willing to mediate this dispute.
I have Rowan, but I will not be calling Rowan at the moment. So I just basically didn't find anything out, Grunt.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, the circles of the night and where they hang out are quite far removed from your area of expertise.
Yep. I guess I'll call Celine and see if she's available. Because Rowan is either very helpful or very hurtful right now.
absolute fucking slander.
And I can't call my wife. I don't want to go anymore in the hole.
Yeah, so phone up Rowan. Rowan doesn't sleep, so
I think you phoned up Celine first.
What-
As much as I
what?
do, as
Sorry,
much as
sorry, my bad. My
as much
bad.
as I approve of the absolute dickhead on Tick Train.
My bad. No, then well, Celine also doesn't sleep, so but yeah, you phone her up. What's Celine been up to? I don't think there's any. I don't think your house is burning down, Celine. So
The way you says like not yet. Yeah, I think Celine, it's nighttime right now. She has plans in the morning,
no,
but
it's.
she's
I was gonna say right now it's morning time because you would have
Ah.
visited Andre during the morning.
I got you then. She will more likely be in her shop, I assume, because she's got to make plans, but she has to make calls.
Is
So.
that shop still open for business with the demon hunter going about? The devil hunter?
Yeah, but he kind of got fucked off, right? Last time I checked.
For now. But yeah, listen, no, I just want to know.
Yeah, it closed during the hunter raids, and I use it as an excuse to like I gotta fix up my shop so it wouldn't look suspicious, and then I opened it up afterwards.
She broke her shop just so she could remodel. I'm gonna burn this fucker to the ground.
I could give
Right.
you the Baron picks up the phone, and she's just like, I could give you the slogan, but I feel like you've called me enough for that.
It's only been like 3 times. You busy? Can I stop by?
Sure, you can take me off for coffee.
Awesome. Same place as last time?
Yes, that's fine.
Alright. I'll see you there in like, I don't know, I'm like 20 minutes out. I'm like a few. Alright. I'll see you there soon.
See you. Rowan would also, not Rowan, I'm doing it too. Celine would also text Rowan to ask if they were able to have a meeting at some point later today.
Probably.
Nice. She would love to have a conversation with Rowan whenever she take her out for dinner if she wants.
That sounds lovely.
Ooh.
Get back in the wife hole.
So you go back over there, sir. You have a wife to woo back.
Yeah. You meet with Darius in about half an hour at a nearby coffee shop.
I think I got the order right this time.
Oh, it's good. Means you're learning. You can be taught. Guy takes the cup from him.
I spend most of my day studying. Sometimes things slip through the cracks.
Speaking of them things slipping through the cracks, how's Lydia doing?
Upset, but she'll be fine, I think. I'm just giving her some space at the moment.
Seriously, Darius, I gave you fair enough warning.
Listen, I'm not mad at you. If I was, you would have had poison coffee, but I didn't put iron in it, so you're fine.
I don't think giving your wife alone to stew in that rage is a good idea either, but I understand relationships are complicated, so everyone's different.
It's only been a few days. I'll go see her later, but
Didn't buy
How
her
have you been?
flowers? Didn't get on your knees to beg forgiveness?
I don't think she would appreciate groveling.
Strange demon, then.
Mm. Well, but that's enough about me. What's been going on with you?
Nothing much. I've been running my shop as well as I could be, making new friends, hopefully no enemies in the future, and trying to keep an eye on an ear and an eye out.
Anything interesting? Anybody interesting?
Not necessarily. Compared to you, sadly, I don't have many strange encounters, usually.
Hmm. You know, I used to have strange encounters until the demon and a fairy came up to my door.
Now. That was before the murder.
That was before the murder, I will say that. But I actually called you because I'm looking for somebody and it's a little outside my wheelhouse.
And who exactly are you looking for?
I'm looking for where Sophia hangs out.
Sophia. Word on the street is that things have been a little bit more difficult for her since everything, well, had happened.
Well, you know, the old adjective, a friend in need is a friend indeed.
Is that what they usually say? I thought it was a
Uh,
friend in need is a friend who could be used, but
Potato, potato.
So you wish to find Sophia?
Yeah. Yeah. I would wish to find her, but I don't usually hang out with vampires. And the one I do vaguely am acquainted with is one who is actively butting heads against me.
Ooh, you in conflicts with a vampire. Who's the lucky vampire?
Uh, It sounds like information.
Well, I'm helping you, yes?
That depends. Do you know where she is?
I know a lot of vampires, surprisingly enough. I actually make friends.
I don't know what that's like. I'm not the most warm and cuddly communicator.
Well, leaving your tower every once in a while to dine with the mortals that you seem to reject would be one step.
I'm working on that. I'm trying to be a little bit more open and leaving my tower a little bit more, trying to put myself out there.
Don't you have, what is it, a young son, a pet?
Ward.
Ward? Yes, that's the word, Ward.
Yeah. He's going through that teenage rebellion phase at the moment, so I'm letting him make some of his own mistakes.
No? Where does your young Ward hang out that makes mistakes? Is it the local clubs as they do?
There's a certain vampire named Zoe who is I don't know what her intentions are. It feels like manipulation.
Probably.
Yeah. And he is an individual, if manipulated to the wrong people, would be a danger to himself and others. But I can't just lock him in my tower. That's not
You
healthy
could.
for him. I could, but that's not the right way to go about it. I don't want him to resent me. I don't want to fight him every single day. Literally.
There's a moment where she's going to say something but stops at your words, deciding not to point out the obvious in her mind. Well, there's as a, let's say, showing of our mutual partnership. I won't even ask a favor for this one. I'll go look for Sophia for you and give you that chance to come in contact. How about that?
That sounds very nice. Nobody's giving you any trouble, right?
Someone's always giving me trouble. I usually get myself out of it, one way or another.
Oh, you know, I'm just a phone call away if you're ever in that, or if you need a place to duck in.
Of course. Try not to die, Darius. I think the world would be a little sad without you.
Oh, that sounds like you're worried about little old me.
Well, you seem to be able to have powerful friends around you. Don't think I didn't notice that your father, I assume, family member, he's the look of a very dangerous man.
Yeah, I try to surround myself with much smarter individuals than myself. If you're trying to prepare for everything, you can never go unprepared.
Very well
That's
then.
why. That's why I like your company so much.
It is a wonderful company, I know.
Mm.
Very well, Darius. My cup is empty, and I have apparently work to do.
Yes. All right. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't be a stranger.
You too as well, Darius.
You'll leave the money on the table for whoever needs, like the tip, and then he'll get up and go.
Yeah, I guess both of you would. Unless Celia not Celia, fuck. Celine wants to meet with Rowan like now.
It's up to Rowan. I will let Rowan dictate that meeting.
Yeah, I mean, Ron does have one person she'd like to meet, but honestly, that's for a project she's kind of only vaguely interested now at this point. You know, trying to fucking get this man sold a cock and ball torture. So yeah, we could meet up. She would be pretty fine with just meeting up now, really.
Yeah, it's about like 10 in the morning as you meet with Celine coffee shop in the city center.
Is it the same coffee shop?
I would hope she would give you some place with food options as well.
Well, this place has
She just-
a couple snacks like sandwiches, ice cream.
The most important quality of
Do
the
Faye
day for a
even need to
woman.
like? Do Faye even? This is just a random world question. Do Faye like need to actually like eat,
No,
drink?
no. But you can still like taste the food and drinks. So.
So what did you want to talk about, darling?
Well, how are things with your mortal friend, Grace? It seems I've been hearing whispers of her magical abilities.
Lydia seemed. Oh, she didn't seem angry. Well, she did seem angry, but she wasn't angry at me.
Ah, yes.
She was angry at somebody, though.
I think we both have a good idea of who that somebody was.
See, Grunt Mac would ask that question, but I'm not Mac. I'm not him. Oh, she demanded that I stop her training, which I agreed to in exchange for that that the debts that Darius promised me, which were totally real and existing, had to be owed by her now. And I just so happened to not correct her when she assumed that there was more debts than there were in reality.
Ah, I see. Very smart.
But yes, I'll have to tell Grace about it.
Yes.
It will be a conversation. I'll probably just tell Grace that we have to stop it for now. And
Oh.
I'll get something for her to focus on, and that's a good thing about humans. Their attention spans aren't that good.
Oh, well, another thing about humans is that they are determined little fuckers. If they want something, they'll do almost anything for it. And she seems to really, really want that.
She
Are you
does,
sure?
she does. Which why did Lydia sound scared?
I can only imagine what exactly could frighten the great Lydia. A number of things. And maybe there's someone
When
else.
I asked
she
her
knows.
directly what a name meant, she didn't just shoot it down. She was shocked. The way she said it wasn't the name you. Well, it didn't sound like the way you sound if you were just angry about a name.
Hmm.
She sounded like she was scared of it.
What was the name?
Grunt, I will repeat that name. I actually think I have it written down.
I think it was Durzis, right? That was the name.
It was theirs.
There's this, yeah. Yeah, yes, I do have it written down, yeah. It's none of my business, which, admittedly, it's not really my business, but
No, it's not your business, but I have a feeling that
Oh,
you'll
I'm
like
gonna
to take
find
that
it.
check. Yeah.
I'm gonna find out about it. The good thing about there being two wizards in town is there's not is that one of them is not going to be fucking yelled at literally every time I ask him to do something.
Mm. Oh, that's right. There is another wizard.
I know
I wonder-
Darius did. I don't. I cannot figure out if Darius knew about him or not. He has to have known about him, but the way Darius sounded, he sounded vaguely surprised. I had to walk him through making friends. Told him that he should actually get in contact with other people, get in contact with those werewolves because that will help Zora, and get in contact with vampires because that will help with Zoe. Get in contact with mortals because it's always a good idea to be friends with people with guns.
Oh, is his ward needing to contact werewolves now?
Well, you know what his ward is. Do you think Darius can help him control his transformations?
Well,
That's why I told him to get in contact. I especially told him that he should get in contact with Amelia, a person that is regretfully my friend. Because they can actually teach him to control his transformations, which is very important, considering what he is.
Well, apparently he's also in his rebellious phase, based on what Darius tells me.
Yes, teenage infatuation mixed in with desires for independence from being cooped up his entire life, combined with the star-crossed nature of his star-crossed lovers relationship with his Zoe.
How is Rowan looking at all a bit maybe guilty when you say that?
No, not at all, really.
Okay. Not in the sense that you feel bad about it, but in the sense of you feel responsible for it.
Oh, in that case, yes, there is a bit of that, but it's a
Yeah,
bit of a
so-
chuckle.
I was
Not
gonna
like,
say,
like,
guilt-
you can
Yeah.
tell Celine that Rowan had some involvement in this, and she finds it quite funny.
Oh, I feel like there's a story there.
Well, see, Darius asked me to work with Zoe to keep him informed and to do everything Zoe said. And then Zoe calls me and tells me she wants me to use my powers to change his emotional state a little bit, make him a bit more affectionate towards her. Now, admittedly, I went in there and my plan was to just make it temporary, just do this. It didn't work. Powers are a finicky thing, I'm sure you understand.
Yes.
So, now that's why after that I called his dad. And then I realized his dad was literally coming down to kill her in the streets, which, with the hunters at the time, that would have been a bad thing. So I call his wife. Get her to handle it. I then also because I need to distract his father from, killing somebody in the middle of the street, basically, I tell him that his son's wife is going to handle it. Turns out, Darius hadn't told him yet.
He does that. He does that often, apparently.
Which, on one hand, it's very funny to see it, but on one hand, actually, no, it is very funny seeing a man actually reach the fucking bottom pit of despair when he realizes he's fucked up everything in his life and he's basically irrevocably ruined his son's life, yeah. That is actually kind of funny.
Well, it seems young Darius, not young Darius, well, he is. It seems the young ward has quite a predicament. Falling in love with a vampire, or he believes his love for a vampire?
I'm gonna be honest, I can't. He definitely seems to love Zoe. I think Zoe just has, lust. I don't know. I don't judge.
Well, I didn't mean to derail the conversation, but I did want to ask if you had any information about your, exactly what the Winter Face seemed to be doing out and about. I don't wish to step on too many toes. I've already gotten into their bad graces before, and I'd rather not do it again if I can help it.
Is there anything specific you'd like to know?
If they're gonna send a hit squad after me is one of them. If I should avoid certain places.
When I've talked with them a bit, and that has never come up. Truthfully, again, I don't think you should still be careful. There might be individuals who think that they might get something out of killing you, but at the end of the day, there are more important things to do than to kill somebody who had information that they already sent out.
Good.
And besides, you have
do.
that John friend of yours who can apparently literally just beat up anything.
I should talk with him about that. You do bring up a good point, though it is fun. I cannot lie. There are repercussions from it.
He should at least ask permission from you before he beats somebody up. 'Cause eventually, listen, there might not be anybody in the city right now, but city does seem to be attracting interesting people, and eventually, one of them are going to be strong enough to hit back. I'm not sure the city is going to survive that.
True. Apparently, the dragon has left the city, and the war is on pause. So hopefully that means less problems.
Shrugs. It's in a holding state right now. The first salvo was fired, but now both sides need to actually get their allies, get all their forces.
Gonna say, Rowan, it's on pause. Calling it on pause. No, Winter just fucking won at this point. Now it's like basically continuing from there, but Winter did fucking just slam dunk that one.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, Winter's winning. Winter won. Now, the next phase of that little conflict, who knows what will happen, but we're here. Oh, that's over.
Oh, that's good to hear. I haven't seen any Summer Fae in quite some while, and so I assume either things had gone quiet or gone dire.
Everyone just shrugs.
Well, regardless, I do appreciate the chat, Ruin. I do appreciate the advice.
Anytime.
And be careful with your mortal friend. They can be just as dangerous as anyone else, given enough desperation.
I know. I'll figure something.
Well, do give me a bit of a warning if it goes down south. I have a feeling that she might try to visit sometime.
I was gonna say, Rowan, you know Grace. You've known Grace for some time, and this thing with like her being able to do magic was one of her very long-lasting desires.
So, figure something out.
Celine nods. She doesn't try to. She has doubts, but she's not going to say it. We'll also pay for whatever lunch that we had and wish Rowan a lovely evening. Or morning.
Have a wonderful day, dear.
I'll try.
As you both part. Coffee shop. Anything else you would like to do for now, Celine?
Well, I can hold off for that scene because I do want to talk to John, and I do want to put a feel out for mortals for a second, but I can wait till.
Yeah, let's see what Rowan's up to next.
Well, I know there's another wizard in town, and do
Mm.
I know what his specialty is, or is that known at all?
Uh, what's your circle with power?
1.
Yeah, you know he kind of dabbles into the more obscure ancient magics.
Oh.
Because I think you know from Sophia that she went to him for with the jar of body parts.
Yeah. So yeah, she's gonna go pay him a visit.
Um, not a long drive. As you get there, as yeah, it's kind of like knock on the door. Andre opens and like looks at you, completely blank face as he's smoking a cigar as well.
Hello, darling.
Hey, can I help you with something?
Yes. I have 2 questions. One of which is related to possibly if a soul could be contacted on the other side.
Yes, depends, but it's not impossible. There's business to discuss. Come in.
Thank you.
As you walk in, the layout is very familiar to Darius's place, but this tower is much more messy. Everything is finding like stacked books and scrolls, and just random pages are just stacked upon one another. It's like an endless pile, never end. It's just as far as you can see, up it goes. And like you spot this creature sleeping on like a pile of books that basically like the kind of like rises several meters into the air. As he's gonna lead you to a place where there's like a desk and a couch nearby, and you'll kind of like just like kind of like push all the pages and the books from the couch, make room for you to sit on.
Everyone will take a seat.
What is this about? Want to talk to someone who died?
Yes. Talk with them. Perhaps do more, but just let's keep it simple for now. That man who was killed recently, the murderer. The person he killed was actually my girlfriend at the time, which is why I would very much like to talk with him, if it's at all possible.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'll save you the trouble. Thea wanted me to do something similar. Fortunately, his soul has been claimed by one of the Devil Lords. And I'm not gonna negotiate with that person.
Understandable.
If you want,
Oh.
though, if you want to negotiate for his soul, I could put you in contact with the Demon Lord, and he can trade you the soul for whatever deal you make.
I might be interested in that.
Well, I'll be able to be in contact with one of his people in the city. Kind of like
I stare into the camera.
he rips like a nearby page, and like pulls out this pencil and scribbles down a phone number. Just kind of hands you that. Unfortunately,
Red.
Zaz is on a kill streak. He will just shoot all of you.
Red Tick's begged me constantly. It never worked for him. Oh, thank you.
Don't
thank
throw me
you.
under the bus, That's like you're doing this for my benefit. Don't you fucking gaslight me
Oh.
like that.
And there's the other one thing I wanted to ask. Does the name Derzitz anything to you? Does that the name I've recently come across and something it's let's say it came up in relation to somebody who was a little important to me, and I would very much like to figure out if I should be concerned about it.
He pauses for a moment. Doesn't ring a bell, but I can research. I specialize in ancient magic, so there's a lot of, especially in the surrounding area, a lot of old curses and hexes that I've collected. That comes with a lot of territory and other affiliated domains. So if you want, willing to do this.
Yes, I would like that. And
This will cost you like a debt.
oh yeah, Rowan figured that. She was just going to wonder if it was going to cost one or two.
No, because this is just research.
Yep.
Add a mark.
Rowan. As yeah, Rowan will say, of course. So, if you don't mind me asking, what is your tower's unique little thing? I talked to the other wizard. Dreadfully boring man, really. Life yells at him a lot.
Well, it's quite similar, but this one feeds on emotions, not knowledge.
Oh, sorry to hear that. That sounds like a worse bargain than he got.
No. Anything, it keeps me focused and get into this for the knowledge, for the information. Although, and he kind of like looks at the bird, because I wouldn't be able to stand that thing if I had too many emotions left.
Doesn't seem as cute as the servant in the other one.
Kind of like opens its eye, kind of stares at you. Fuck you too, buddy. And kind of like gets up, flings the book in your direction.
Rowan just looks at it. And it has the emotional capabilities of a schoolyard bully. I hope its other materials much better, because it's both annoying and dreadfully dull. Oh, that'd be terrible.
He like just kind of like shrugs and says, "It's quite fine. You get used to it."
I'll take your word on it. Well, I will leave you to your business. Hope you have a wonderful day.
I will reach out to you. As presumably you do leave like a phone number he can call you at.
Yes.
Arlo just kind of
Rowan's
like, as you're walking out, he says, "Oh boy, I'm sure somebody you love will get fucked over completely."
I'll look at the little bird. So have you been stuck in this tower for how long?
Kind of stares at you.
All seem forever then. You. What is it that you're ever going to do?
Could make your life miserable.
Throwing. Is this your life throwing placid insults at strangers who will forget about you the second they walk through that door?
Oh, I'll make sure you remember me. Let's just say like this.
Won't.
Sorry, you cut out. Can you repeat that again?
Yeah. She just says, no, I won't, and she leaves.
Well, when Grace gets fucked up, remember, I'm here. Slam the door behind you.
I wonder if Andrea can destroy this tower.
Always asked her, but I'm gonna say she did get beaten up by John.
Yeah, I feel like John could go and I feel like John could beat up this tower.
Birdlock, yeah, should have just named it Birdlock. Listen, you may escape a blue flame. You will not escape fucking asshole crows. Just let me make a note. But yeah, as you do leave.
Oh, Peron's got a number to call.
Hmm?
Peron does have a number to call.
Who exactly? Who are you calling?
I was just given a contact of a demon lord who has a soul I want.
Yes, that is true.
Alright, I see you typing. You can
So-
save it. You can conserve your energy. You'll need it.
Yeah, you can call the number.
Yeah, Saron will, call it, and assuming that the guy
Yes.
guy picks up, yeah. Hello there, darling. I just want to make sure I have the right number. You are a hunter working for a demon lord, correct?
Yeah, this is Leon speaking. How can I help you? Who the fuck are you, and why do you have my number?
I spoke to a wizard in a tower, the depressed one, not the forgetful one. I am Rowan. I am a Fae, and the reason I'm speaking with you is because your master has in his possession a soul I would very much like to have the possession of.
Okay. You want a soul then? It's an interesting bargain price. How badly do you want it?
Rowan will think for a second. Enough to ask for it. If I wasn't interested, I wouldn't be calling.
Well, listen, I need some things and you need some things, so maybe we can help each other out.
Oh, perhaps we could. What is the price?
Well, quite simple. There's a demon in town. She has some pretty nasty protection. I need you to distract that protection so I can grab her. Distract her little bodyguard for let's say half an hour, and soul is yours.
Ron, he hears that Ron's going to say, "Oh, this is about Celine, isn't it?"
Seem to be very informed.
Oh yes, I know very well. Yes, her little friend's name is John. Oh, I have a person who might be. I have a person, and I can pull a few strings. I can definitely get him distracted for a bit.
Do that, then the soul is yours. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it.
I will inform you when you are clear to go.
I will be on standby.
Yeah. She hangs up. She's going to give Celine a call.
Well,
I'm starting to feel like you like me.
Celine, yeah, I guess you were on your way to talk to John. Your phone is ringing while you're driving.
Yeah, she would probably, she will drive and talk on the phone, basically.
So
To,
irresponsible. I should kill you. You make everyone safer.
You're on speakerphone, calm down. Rowan, what do I do all the honors?
Celine, I do have a question.
Of course, ask away.
Hypothetically, if I wanted to scam a demon lord, how would I do it?
There are a few ways to, well, there are many ways to scam a demon lord. What you want to do is to make sure you survive the scamming.
Because a demon does have a soul that I am somewhat interested in.
Dangerous, dangerous.
I'll be honest, I was interested in it a while back ago. I just wanted to follow through on it. I'm still vaguely interested in it.
Wow.
It is the soul of that murderer. You know the one.
Oh, yeah, yes. I remember. Well, there are some ways to scam a demon lord. It all depends on the wording of what promises they make and how. It's very similar to the Fae, actually. Almost exactly. It all depends on what the contract says and what exactly you said for that. What was the full promise, and how exactly can you get the best result for yourself?
Good. I need to exchange a soul for a soul.
Do they want this soul harmed in any way, or just want you to grab the soul yourself, grab the person?
Apparently, I'm supposed to just do some distraction work. But the reason I want to ask is, hypothetically, is it possible to make sure that a soul, say hypothetically, they give the soul to me, and then there's a little magic trick that can be pulled where the soul I send them doesn't actually go to them; it comes back.
Well, I have to ask, did you say that you would get the soul, or you would distract?
Oh, and you mentioned it that my part of this is only distracting if he fucks up and he can't do the job.
Yes? Then you've done everything that you were supposed to do in the original contract.
I want to ask Gruntlock, the omniscient god. Is this type of threading the needle, would that work?
You distracting John and then Leon fucking up? No. Like, it's totally fine. Like, your job is to distract John for like 30 minutes.
Okay.
They don't think you're capable of grabbing Celine.
Alright. Celine, I'm going to level with you here. I'm sure you
Yes.
already know there's a man named Leon looking for you. That's the man I've recently just made this deal with. I'm supposed to distract John for 30 minutes. Do you think you can avoid him for 30 minutes? Do you have an ally, someone else you can call in that I'm thankfully completely unaware of?
I have a few, though. Anyone that can deal with what Leon is might be the problem. I think I can have a couple ideas. Running away is a specialty of mine, as you know.
Good. Because all I need to do is distract John for 30 minutes. Then, well, my end of the bargain is done, and we have the soul of that murderer that could not be questioned because this demon lord owns it.
Oh, very well. I will not lie. My curiosity is very much piqued with this whole thing. We did kind of leave it a uncertain note the last time we looked. And well, I can make a few calls. I do appreciate the heads up, Rowan.
Of course, dear, of course.
Says, well,
And
happy
I'll
hunting.
have to have a few words with John because I do need to distract him, and I do not want to risk him not being aware of the plan.
I'm on my way to see him now. I could put a good word in.
Good, good. 'Cause, if he was able to beat up Andrea, I think he'll just kill me.
It would be a very bad situation for you if he finds out, I would assume.
Yes, which is why I'm hopeful that we can convince him to. You won't call him for help, and I don't know. Listen, I'm very non-threatening. I don't think he should. I don't think he'll react by trying to kill me if I want to talk to him, right?
I don't want to give you any false hope in that regard.
Well, please at least tell him that if he swings full force at me, I will just die. I am not Andrea. And I am not this, I'm not anyone else either. I will just die if he hits me.
Very well then. I will talk with John about the situation and let him know what's going on.
Thank you.
Of course. Take care of yourself, Rowan.
Oh, always.
So, after is that conversation done between the two of you?
Yeah, it's done.
Yes.
So, as you arrive at John's home, park the car, you walk into the courtyard behind the house as he is, as usual, just hanging out in the garden, staring.
John, I feel like I should bring a housewarming gift. A chair, perhaps.
Why for?
Well, standing can be fun and all, but sometimes you want to take a little bit of a seat, yes?
Sometimes, yeah, but I don't get tired easily.
Well, that's good to know at the very least. As long as you're comfortable, really.
As long as I am surrounded with nature, I am quite at ease.
Surprised you even try to start your own garden if this seems to be something that you enjoy so much.
Just because I enjoy something doesn't mean I can create it myself. Plus, nature is not something you create, it's something you live in. If I start planting flowers instead of letting them grow naturally, it's just not as beautiful.
Very poetic. But I'm not coming just for a house call. I want to have a conversation with you. If that's all right, of course.
Can I give assistance?
Well, first things first, I wanted to thank you for your conversation with Andrea. It is
Was-
appreciated.
Less of a conversation and more like a series of threats, but of course.
And I have to I understand that you are a newcomer here to the city, but I do have to warn you the possibility that this could get you in trouble down the line. Dangerous.
Was she particularly connected with the locals?
No, not now, but people don't forget grudges, and I worry that you may find someone who wishes to contend with you.
Don't want her to forget the grudge. As long as she's not well entrenched with any of the other creatures around, I don't really care.
True. Though she may be trying to make allies at one for another. She has her own little club, I believe, the Bazaar. So who knows what she plans to do, other than, of course, eat.
I will feel threatened by the Fae when the Ice Age comes back.
Celine will raise an eyebrow with that, but she won't say anything. Well, at the very least, I would not would feel bad if I didn't at least give you that warning.
I appreciate your concern, Celine, but I am more than capable to handle my own actions, and I know when I make enemies, and I know that some people will never be your friends, so we might as well start with the right approach.
Well enough. And I also have to let you know on a bit of a situation that's going to happen. I do apologize. It seems that you will be involved. My issues shouldn't have spilled over so much, but it looks like there will be a friend who will be coming by to speak with you, to distract you.
Distract me from what?
Well, I will be dealing with my own problems, and they're trying to make sure you don't interfere with them.
Why would I interfere with your problems?
Exactly. But regardless, she is going to be here to talk with you for 30 minutes or so. And she asks that you don't immediately kill her.
Is that how people view me around here? Dangerous, aggressive, violent.
I don't think anyone really views you as much as anything, John. I think just because the particular person who wants you distracted had met the end of your cane.
So, is that a no or is that a yes? Is that a some people?
I was gonna say some people. 2 so far. 3.
It's not that many.
It is not.
He looks displeased.
Oh, John.
Grimaces a bit.
Now, we can always try to fix your reputation. If that's what you want, of course.
No, I suppose in time people will learn. But it's good. She should be afraid.
Yes. And like I said, think of it as a chance to meet a new friend or person who may not bore you.
Very confused at what you're trying to achieve here.
Nothing. I just want to make sure you know so you don't get surprised is all. And she seems to be determined to do this.
This is like being taken to a ballroom, but being told. It
Mhm.
feels very, very weird. I'm not exactly sure.
What seems to be the issue?
You're going about this in a very bizarre way.
I am.
Trying to give me things to entertain me?
Oh, no, John. I don't. I'm not trying to give you things to entertain you. I'm just letting you know what's going to happen. I didn't want you to feel like you were left out of the loop.
As much as I appreciate your company, Miss Celine, I do not really care what your business is.
Yes, that's fine. Absolutely. I merely want to ensure my friend doesn't die. That's really it.
I'm not just gonna kill them for no reason.
Good. And that was only the main thing I was here for.
Not sure if I should take this as a compliment, as maybe a slight offense that I have brought to you. But no, I will not kill your friend as long as they are civil, live in a civilized society.
Good. She is more than civil.
Although I feel that just because I attacked Demon, now you are behaving a bit weirdly around me.
Am I?
Yes, only a few days ago, and now you're all acting like I am some sort of mass murderer.
I don't think you're a mass murderer, John. I've met mass murderers, and you don't really fit the bill.
Then why would you assume that I would just murder her without proper reason?
Well, she seems to believe so, and I want to assure her of her fears at the very least. I don't think you go around, honestly, John, I think you'd rather just be left alone with your trees and your forest, which I can respect your peace.
Well,
You seem not to want to talk to people. I didn't want to offend you by
just
having you meet a stranger.
it's people that don't usually want to talk to me, but after a while, I guess they just that become the same, right?
Oh, well, like I said, I didn't want to invade your. Well,
Understand.
seem to be enjoying yourself here.
I am. It's quite a lovely place. As you look at the fucking dilapidated house and the fucking weeds that are growing around.
Look, John loves it. Celine would feel bad if she just like, yeah, this person's gonna invade your peace. I'm sure you're gonna be cool with that. Well, regardless, though, I do want to apologize, John. I didn't mean to offend you.
I was merely confused. I have to do much more than that to offend me.
Very well, then. I will be on my way. I do deal with other issues, but you have a lovely evening, John.
Likewise. A rug? Okay.
I don't know. A rug. A welcome rug, you know, Grun? Gonna start small for John.
Get him a doormat.
Get him a poster that just says the kitten that says hang in there.
But yeah, no. You'll take your leave. Anything else you would like to say, Celine?
I have to do the thing for Darius. I have to find Sophia. If I could put feelers out for that, and hopefully someone will get back to me about that, I would appreciate it.
Well, feel free to roll me hit the streets with whatever you have in.
And I do want to ask, I assume Sophia is no longer a tier 3 NPC, right? Status 3. Yeah, gotcha. Got a 8 partial success.
So yeah, you can. I'll let you choose if you think yeah, she might be currently like you can reach her out, but currently having either big issues or it's gonna cost you a bit more than you thought. Reach out to her.
Oh, gotcha. I will assume she has bigger issues because of what's been going on, because that makes more sense.
So yeah, you reach out and well as you make a few phone calls, it takes a while, but yeah, you managed to reach Sophia. Sophia is apparently things have gone quite disastrously for her. Lost a lot of the businesses she owned either to the hunters or they were bought off by Lydia. It's all just gone to shit. So, and like do manage to get the phone number you can call. As she's gonna pick up when you contact her. Yeah. Celine, I was told you wanted to reach out.
Of course, Sophia, I'm so sorry to trouble you. I understand things are tough right now, but what
Understatement.
was it? Oh, go ahead.
An understatement, but do continue.
And I want to ask, Tick, what was it that Darius needed for Sophia, or needed Celine to do for him for Sophia?
Just find out where she hangs out or set up a meeting, but it's really just finding out where she hangs out. He wasn't really expecting anything else.
Well, I have an interested party who wishes to meet with you and hopefully has a time to have a chat, if it's possible.
Yeah, sure. I still own one bar. Feel free to. I can run all my businesses from there now.
Very well then, I will let them know. And of course, Sophia, if there's any assistance I can do on my end, my shop's always open.
Thanks, but I think alchemical reagents are the least of my concerns right now. I do appreciate the sentiment, though.
Of course. You have a lovely evening.
Yeah, likewise.
And she will hang up and then call Darius.
Sorry, Sophie. I'm going to send a depressed, soon-to-be divorced, middle-aged man to come bother you.
Like in and out of character, just constant bully. Jesus Christ. No, I mean, he's just jealous because I still have a demon shadow lady for now.
True, that's true.
That
Yes.
Mac didn't take.
Yeah.
Ignore the jealous talk.
Zaz, I have to gaslight myself before Grunt does it because it just becomes pathetic at some point.
I think you'll win in the cult game.
It will be out of pity. Listen, I'll
No,
detect him.
you can ask Grunt. I don't feel pity. I do. I will. I've killed them in like 3 games now.
Oh jeez. Listen, I just hope my detective skills.
Some of those games didn't even last 4 sessions.
Listen, I've done some pretty good detective work in Grunt's games. I figured some shit out pretty quick. Celine, is everything okay?
Yes, things are well. I've gotten you that contact for Sophia. It seems she still yet lives and has one last bit of business that you can have a chance to chat with her.
I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting you to get a hold of her so quickly. I hope it didn't cost you anything.
Mostly a lot of phone calls and talking to the right people.
Well, I always appreciate your help.
Of course, of course. I do have to ask, do you have anyone who can deal with, I'm not sure, a more aggressive problem?
You hear the sounds for a moment. Celine, is everything okay?
It should be fine, but I have a bit of a problem, a little bit of a annoying fellow following me about, maybe
Is
causing
it-
me issues.
Is it the Winter Court again, or something different?
A little bit more personal. What would you call them? Demon affiliates? Well, someone who wants to have a not a fun chat with me. I'd rather not be left to his mercy if I can help it.
Well, that's like there's a world of difference, and no offense from somebody like you and a demon lord. Like, where on those scales, what are we talking here? 1 to 5 or 1 to 10?
What do they call them? Mortals who've given their service to a demon. Yeah, those are the ones.
Okay. Yeah. Can you just give me but a moment? Let me
Yes.
see what I can do. I'll call you right back.
Lovely.
And then if the old man's around, I'm gonna ask the old man. I'm gonna talk to the old man.
Probably around. Where the fuck would he be otherwise?
I don't know, out doing whatever it is he does, getting his heart medication.
It is his second
He's in
family.
a better physical condition than you are. Shut the fuck up.
I know.
Fucking bemoaning how badly his son turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If anything,
I
he
wa-
might be out drinking. Go ahead.
Listen, I was like, I think Darius has a right to talk a little shit. Hey, old man, got a question for you.
Yep. What's up?
One of my contacts is being messed with by a. She said it was somebody who sold their soul to a demon. Does that sound like something you can handle? Do you think you're going to need more people?
Depends how powerful they are.
What determines their power? Is it age? Is it who they sold their soul to? How does it?
All of the above. Training, experience, planning.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna call Celine back up.
You put on mute.
Oh yeah, sorry. Hey, Celine,
I'm still here.
I need like he's gonna put the phone on speaker. I'm actually gonna need like kind of some information about the person after you if you know anything.
It's a man by the name of Leon. He's under the demon lord he is employed by is called Melcom.
Does any of this ring a bell, Grunt? Can I roll to see if like either one of us know
Leon
that name? No, not Leon, but who the master is, because I just know because I know Lydia. And just being
Oh, it's
associated.
definitely not Lydia's demon lord.
You
You don't need to roll.
It's definitely not his. Okay.
Hers.
Hers. Sorry, it's definitely not hers. Well, has this person tried to attack you before?
Yes.
And you made it out. How?
I had a friend to help me with the situation. Pushed him crashed right into my store.
He's gonna look at Mathis. What do you think?
Doesn't sound that impressive. Also is extremely vague and doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah.
Well, last time he's ever come up, he usually either gets taken out or runs away. So I don't really have a good way to tell how powerful he is.
You'll kind of like, as you put her on speaker, Matthias will approach the phone and says, my question would be, what is he running away from? That would be a
Usually,
better help to gauge his power.
usually things that are with me at the time. One's a dragon, and one was a friend who got him by surprise.
He kind of like looks at you, Darius, and says, I would probably run from a dragon as well, if I had the choice. As for your friend, I'm not. Sounds awfully vague.
Do you just need a place to lie low?
That
Or,
would be.
or do you want this person taken care of?
I would
Like, what are
prefer
you
he's.
specifically asking?
Oh, I would prefer he was dead immediately, without question.
Oh man, it's up to you if you want to take that risk here. If you think you could take him alone, or if you want to bring Zoran and me.
I'm not gonna risk my life just for your demon friend.
I appreciate the honesty.
It's all honesty in the River's house.
Running from a dragon and a vague friend. That's about as useless
You don't
as
really-
it sounds.
You don't really know how strong he is, do you?
No idea. Like I said, I have no way to gauge his strength. Last 2 times we met wasn't much of a conversation and the fighting capacity.
We're- Until we know, like we can't really make a plan on how to kill him. But if you need a place to crash for the night, I think nobody knows we're associated really.
But
Very well,
Ty's
then
just
I'll
kind of
just-
like fucking deadpan stares at you. Isn't this the same demon you've been working with for the last month?
It's not been. The only person who knows that there's any connection between us is Rowan. Fuck.
And Lydia and the entire Winter Court.
Yeah, but I don't think the Winter Court is associated with the demons, and Lydia, I don't think is associated with this person.
Matthias
That's after her.
snatches the phone from your hand, puts it back on non-speaker. Speaks to you, Celine. Says, like goes into his room and shuts the door so you can't.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not a fucking child.
Says, he's hopeless. Talk to me. What's your problem? And please don't involve him. You see how bad he is at this.
Yeah, I was hoping he would give me a link to something that would be useful. I didn't mean to. Yeah. Regardless, I have a problem where this Leon fellow wishes to take me back to my lord, and I do not want to return. He seems to be more muscle than anything else, but my lord usually is. My former lord is usually more subtle than this. But regardless, I still have to treat him as a threat.
Yeah, no. Be honest with me. How strong do you think your other friend was? Because a dragon's very, very, very strong.
I honestly believe John is one of the few strongest people I've ever met, so very high up there.
I think, well, I'm a good fighter, but I'm not that good. But I suggest you get yourself. You want this thing dealt with. There's Elliot. I assume there's probably a couple of other people. But why don't you just ask your friend to take him out?
Right now, there's also a bit of a complication thing going on right now where, well, he has to be distracted today. Or tonight? I actually don't know when it's
There's
supposed to happen.
no timeline. There's no timeline.
Yeah.
More demon schemes, I guess. Listen, I'll be honest, this is a very flimsy plan.
It is. It is. Which is why I wasn't sure, but I had to at least try. I do appreciate your honesty, though.
I will not hide my distaste for most of your kind. Right, I wouldn't take it personally.
I certainly don't. I've met my kind, and I am them, so I understand.
My opinion, if you want to deal with him like this, get some professionals. Get some hunters. If this thing is dangerous, I'm sure the local hunters would like to get rid of it as well. Werewolves are always tough sons of bitches. Put together a team, all of these. I'm sure they could take out even a dragon. I'm not sure
I
if
see
you have
that.
the resources to do that, but that's on you.
I have a few things. That is an excellent idea. That's actually, I think Celine knows his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we met the other time. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Matthias. do appreciate your advice.
Well, and close off the phone call. I have to go talk to my son and explain
Yes,
to
do
him
to.
that Winter Court do work with demons all the time. Know where he got that idea.
Oh, tell Darius it's not to feel too bad or guilty. He seems to do that a lot as well. So,
I swear he never left the tower.
his words.
Well, listen, maybe if you can give me some advice on how to raise children, Celine, I'll do this thing for you.
I'll look at some baby books, but I think that's all on you.
If I could get the answers from books, I would have figured this a long time ago. But
Good luck then.
yeah, I will need it. Close the phone call. Darius, he walks back out, tosses you your cell phone, stares at you.
Darius just pulls out a cigarette and lights it up.
How clueless are you about the world we live in? Are you... I would ask if you are an expert on the Fae or the demons, but that answer is quite obvious. My question is, then why would you make so many assumptions on something you do not know? And why would you make those assumptions be in your favor and not against you?
Well, right now, I knew it wouldn't be here, Lydia, because, Celine seems to have some kind of connection to her. The Winter Court, because honestly, I don't think they would be sending mercenaries after her at this point when they could just kill her themselves. They have attempted.
Have they attempted to ever kill her? Because last I remember, they were there to perform a ritual and did not, in fact, care about her at all.
Oh man, I don't try to. You're right. I'm making assumptions and making rookie mistakes. I don't know what else to tell you. There's not really an excuse.
It's simple. From now on, whenever you make assumptions, you make them as if they were against you. You can't always
Yes,
just
sir.
be relying on your girlfriend.
No, this time I was relying on our collective ability to take out one not even complete demon.
Do you know what their powers are? Do you know what this one's powers are in particular? Do you know if it has allies, friends? Do you know if how connected he is, how informed he is? Do you know anything about him?
No.
Okay. An interesting thing that you say, an incomplete demon, as if that is some weakness. I'm an incomplete wizard. If we were to square off right now, you think you would fare off easier?
Darius actually looks at him, looks him up and down. No, I suppose not.
Sometimes. No, actually, all the time. Never assume. Always either research, prepare, just think about the worst case scenario.
Yes, sir.
He's gonna like nod and kind of turn around and go back into his room.
Darius just angrily like stomps out his cigarette.
As if fate itself has decided to keep on dunking. You see Zoran opening the door to his room and walking into the living area. Sort of very casually, just putting on his jacket.
Hey, Zoran, hold up, bud.
Hey, oh, you look like you have a lot of troubles on your mind. I won't bother you with them.
Where are you going?
Out?
Can you do me a favor and stay in tonight?
Why? Is there something going on tonight again?
Maybe. I don't know when, and I don't know where, and in the off chance that the universe has decided to make me suffer, I would rather you not go out where somehow you get in the middle of it.
But that doesn't sound like just tonight. That just sounds like forever.
Well, I don't usually know about things going on before they happen, but this time I do. Can you give me just tonight? Are you
Feel free to roll me persuade. Good at that, right? Listen, I believe you can do it. But a -1, you just need to roll like a holy shit.
Ruining your relationship with your son, Simulator 2024.
I can't help my friend. I get dunked on by my father and now my son. Can I just have one game this weekend where it's just not this? Not all the time?
You know what the best part is?
What?
You're asking me to stay in tonight, I consume because of what Celine told you, right?
What?
Are you asking to stay in tonight because of what Celine told you?
Yes.
Rowan's not doing that tonight!
Yeah, that's why Darius was like, I don't actually know when that's going on. So
So fucking funny. It's so funny. I love
I don't
it.
know what's going on. Can you just not?
Yeah.
Can you just not give me a headache today?
He'll kind of just look at you and says, listen, how about I'll text you when I get to Zoe's, and I don't know, I'll like text you every couple of hours. Will that make you feel better?
I guess. Just keep your head on a swivel and away from. Just occasionally keep your eyes off your girlfriend and look around.
We're gonna sit in her basement until the sun goes down, and then probably hang at the club. I don't know why you have to be so worried everything.
Like if there was like if you could see like his fucking blood vessel, it would look like it's gonna fucking pop from fucking
Yeah.
frustration. Like
Like, I think you just may need a vacation. Have you thought about that?
mm,
You know, just
do you think I
listen.
get
I don't think you do. So that I don't ever saw you take a vacation, but maybe that's a problem. Have you considered that?
do you think I get sick days?
Who's gonna stop you from taking them?
I have responsibilities.
Well, listen, I'm older now, so you can actually just take a fucking break. Just go take Lydia and just fucking, I don't know, elope for like a week.
I don't think you know what elope means, but because elope means you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Go on, but you don't get eloped. I swear to God. I can't my heart cannot handle that right now. If you're gonna get married, at least let me know about it.
Yeah, sure.
All right, go. But I mean it. Every hour on the hour, always I'm breaking
Oh
down
my
her
god,
door.
no! I'm gonna text you like,
Every couple hours, I mean it, or I will be breaking down the door.
don't even know where I'm going.
You don't think I can't find out?
Oh, I dare you.
He knows I have a tracking spell.
He does.
He knows. He's
That's-
talking. He's
He
talking
is.
like internally. Darius is like he's talking. He's. Oh my god! Does anybody in this house realize that it is my fucking house and that I can just control the elements at will and fucking burn these motherfuckers to the ground? I can teleport. I
See,
can...
Dick, that's what a winner sounds like. None of this bullshit like, oh, I just want to talk to you and maybe touch base a bit. That's no. Winners sound like that.
I literally have a ton of spells, and I have infinite information, and you're telling me that you don't think that I can fucking fight you? And like, I don't even need my spell. I have books that tell me how to find you. I can go to a forest that just lets me do it. But you know what? I'm gonna let you think that, boy, because when I do pop up, it's gonna look 1,000 times worse.
This was all in character.
Yeah, just Darius just has 1,000-mile stairs. It's like like Zoran kind of like looks at you and says, "Holy listen, should I call Lydia?"
No, you know what? I'll call her. I have to touch base with her anyways
I
and
think
make
you
up
need
for
to-
my.
Honestly, I think you need to touch grass, not just base.
Oh my god, boy! Leave before I change my mind and take away the door.
He just kind of like shakes his head. And take away the door.
You don't.
Can't even find it. How can you take it away? Just...
Oh my god! I will brick up the door. I will create the elements and make it, and I will have 1,000-degree sun in your room, so you cannot get out. Just go.
What is the roll
please.
to have a heart attack?
Just Darius is just like Darius is so usually emotionless, but he is just getting dogged on for shit he didn't even want to be involved with. This is such horseshit.
As Zoran closes the front door, you do hear like a second door closing. You may think your dad was listening in on this.
I'm gonna turn around. Is he there?
No, he has closed the door. In fact, Blue is walking up with a freshly made pot of coffee.
I need you to make that a triple.
Of course, sir.
I'm going out, and I need you to take it in a to-go mug.
I will put it down, sir.
It's in one of those giant thermoses.
Yes.
I'm gonna call Lydia.
Yeah, just gonna pick up. Yes, how can I help you tonight?
Actually, I would like to help you. I was hoping I could take you out for dinner.
Well,
We'll go to that place you like.
I'm. You know what? Fine. I guess I can make some time tonight. World is not ending right now.
Yeah. Yep, you can say that.
I guess then it's a date tonight. Pick me up at 8.
Of course.
So, yeah. So I was gonna say it's probably like late in the afternoon right now. So
Yep, Darius will probably just go out in the town and pick up flowers and what is expensive to him but very cheap to everybody else jewelry. It's the thought. And just try to be a boyfriend.
well, let me think if I can like fuck you up even more.
Unless some demon comes and just decks my car, I don't know how this is gonna go, Grunt. Unless I somehow get roped into something when it's just supposed to fucking go to to a flower shop and then a jewelry store
Well,
or a pawn shop, I guess. I don't know.
that's a fair point. Nah, it's fine. Although, didn't you want to hear from those hunters?
Yes.
Well, I think you had Lamar like try and reach out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he would call you as you're looking for like the cheap jewelry.
It's not. It is cheap. It's to him like expensive, but to everybody else cheap. But yes, yes. Hello.
Like everyone else is like, what does that even mean if not cheap jewelry?
You know what? I'm trying to be better about it, Grunt. Just let me have my moment. I literally just spent like getting dunked on this. Let me have my moment here. Lamar, what can I do for you, buddy?
Yeah, so you wanted to get in contact with some of the other hunters. I did manage to reach out to one of the oldest hunters in the city. Guy's maybe a bit traumatized, but he's good at what he does.
I can handle traumatized. If you're giving him the recommendation, how could I say no?
Well, he travels around in a magic van, so he's actually hard to track because you can't actually track him magically, only like old-fashioned.
All right.
So do you want to talk to him, or well, I can also set you up with like the Order of the Dragon if you want, but those guys are less friendly
Bit
towards
extreme.
people like you. Yeah.
People internally, people like me. What do you mean, people like me?
Do you ask that?
No. Yeah, if you could set me up a meeting, I can see him first thing in the morning.
Cool, cool. I'll give him your address at the tower. Does that work?
Yeah, but make sure I'm out at the place. I'm not home right now, so let him know that it will be in the morning,
Yeah, of course.
like at 9 a.m.
Yeah. Are you okay?
I'm sorry.
Sounds stressed.
No, I'm having one of those kind of days.
Ah, well,
You know those kind. How's your sister doing?
uh, holding on. Took the no magic a bit hard.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I tried. I got put in a no-win situation with that.
Yeah, no,
But
it's fine. Don't worry about it.
how are you holding up?
Well, my good now, I guess. But he's trying to kidnap her anymore, so.
Oh, that's good. Well, if you guys need anything, don't be afraid to reach out, all right?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Stay safe, you two.
Likewise.
No, I hang up the phone.
And I hear a voice behind you as you're like getting ready to. Would you go for like a ring, a necklace? Like what are you?
I think she's too pissed
Earrings?
off for a ring right now, so I think it would be just like a necklace.
You kind of like gesture for a necklace. Just kind of like hear a voice behind you says, That's rather tacky. Hope this is not for like a girlfriend or a wife."
Turns around.
You see this woman as if there was ever anyone who looked like a predator, like a wild animal just sizing you up before it pounces, this would be it. With her rich flowing dark hair.
Is this the lady who wants to eat my kid?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know that. Well, I know of her. I don't know what she looks like. Okay, there we go. Darius just kind of not like more looks not amused but inquisitive, like half smirk, like, "Ooh, this is new." I always kind of thought that it's the thought that counts.
Well, I mean, of course, but if it's the thought that counts, then why don't you just make something for her? Something like effort. If you just buy something that's cheap and ugly, you haven't put in the time or the effort, and it doesn't even look good. You can see how everyone just loses.
I can see your point. What's I don't think I caught your name.
Andrea,
I know that name. Oh shit, I know that name.
as she extends her hand for a handshake.
Darius, pleasure's mine.
So, tell me, Darius, who's this special lady for you?
Just a girl I've been seeing for a while.
Well, I may not know her, but I can give you some recommendations for something that's just gonna work almost no matter what.
Well, I'm always open for new information and new ideas. Well, let's hear what you got.
Just gonna like lead you to the expensive part of the shop. Because I think this is a very delicate, simple silver necklace.
What's that price tag, Grunt?
Way bigger than the one you were looking at.
Ooh, what's my but like Grunt? It's never really like stated, but like, what does Darius have as income?
Well, do you work, Darius?
Not really.
Then
Like, what does
yeah,
Darius?
no,
What else?
garbage.
What else does? Yeah. So, like, I don't know what Darius does, other than maybe print himself money.
The
with
thing
trinket.
I was gonna say, if you start doing that, unfortunately, the hunters will come after you because you are crashing the local economy.
No, but like, you know what I mean. Like, I don't know how else he would make money other than because everything is just kind of provided.
Yeah, the
know he
tower
probably-
does kind of give you most of your basic needs, so you don't have money. You don't really need
Yeah.
have a need for money.
I just assume that it's just like odd job money, like whatever. But it's not like a lot of money.
Social
it's enough to
benefits. You are living off of welfare.
Yep. I just assume that it's just enough to keep the car running and maybe a little extra burning cash.
Yeah, no, that's you. This is like so far out of your budget range. It's like not even funny.
It's nice, but it's a little too pricey for me.
But you see, this is where I can help out if you wish.
Doesn't seem very personable if it comes from somebody else, and she knows I can't afford that.
Well, you can always just steal it. You have that ability.
Well, every person has the ability to steal. It's getting caught that seems to be the problem.
Well, I can
By the-
just smell the talent from you.
Yeah, it's
people-
clear Darius is playing dumb.
People with your abilities much harder to catch.
Oh, I think I remember you. You're a person who owns like one of the clubs in town, right?
Quite new.
I see your reputation. Your reputation precedes you.
I am glad. I'm trying to acquaint myself with most of the locals, and when I saw you here, I was like, "Isn't that a funny coincidence?"
Oh, I appreciate that you took the time to meet with somebody as unknown as myself.
I think Lydia deserves the best.
At that, like, for just half a second, Darius is tenses up for just half a second and then like relaxes. I feel a little off balance. You seem to know stuff about me, but I have only heard rumors about yourself.
Well, I don't. Well, listen, people talk. There's not that many wizards in town. That was either you or the other guy she was dating.
Oh. May I ask how you found out? I know it's not that big of a secret,
No.
but Hmm. That's fine. I think I have an idea or two.
Don't have ideas, but I would listen. My suggestion is either you take the nice one, or maybe make something. You know, it doesn't have to be shiny. You can, make a bracelet, craft something. And if it's ugly at that point, at the very least, you put the effort in.
I'll have to take you up on that offer. Grunt, is she still just predatorily looking at me, or is this just like
That's
she's
just her
fucking-
natural disposition.
Oh, okay.
Everything is
Well,
a snack to this woman.
Darius is still. It's not intimidated. It's more just interesting because I don't think what he's understood is she's something else, and he doesn't know, but it's something different. So he's really just looking at her like while she's looking predatory back at him. He's just kind of studying her like with curiosity. Well, I was. Well, you're right. Maybe I should try to create something. Maybe she'll appreciate that a little bit more with the little flare.
She just smiles and winks.
Mm.
Enjoy your night.
Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful night.
I will. As she just almost like looking at you like a fucking 5-course meal before turning around and walking off.
I'm going to text Celine saying, hey, I don't need that introduction anymore. Introduction with her anymore.
She sends you a thumbs up.
All right. I guess once I get into the car, I guess I can try to. Would you consider that trinket, Grunt?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I'll look around. Is anybody like looking in my direction? That just felt really weird that she's popped up out of nowhere.
Nope. I just kind of glance around, people seemingly going about their job.
All right. It's been a day since we played this, so what is it? I got to roll spirit to see how many holds I have.
I do believe so. Let me go.
It's either that or mind. I'm blanking on it.
It's spirit. So yeah, you have to suffer a penalty, which is -1 ongoing until you rest, 1 harm, or 1 corruption. You choose.
I guess I'll take the corruption,
Yeah, mark 1 corruption on the character sheet.
and then I just roll trinket.
I think. Yeah.
Spend
it's
one.
just-
Oh,
it's just-
it's
yeah.
spend.
You spend 1 hold.
Yeah, and I guess I will use my power to make a necklace. How good or how bad, I'll leave that up to you, Grunt.
No, it's
based
you.
on-
You can make it however you want. It's a rather simple thing.
All right. Yeah, I will make like a very nice necklace. Try to like make it like the one I saw in the store, and maybe add a gem to it or something.
definitely achievable. Spend some time going on the finer details. Your date is ready. Well, meanwhile, what's everyone else doing for the rest of the evening? Because I think there were some plans, but I'm not sure. They're like right now.
Yeah, the thing is, Rowan doesn't want to do that. Doesn't want to act it too soon because, like, the idea is that she said, "Oh, I can get some people," so she wants to give it like at least a day or two. Then, like,
If you
call him and then say,
if you wanna gather the kill squad for Leon, that's up to Celine, I guess, to see how many people.
"Yeah, I know that." I'm just saying, like, if I immediately tell him I'm good to go, he might get suspicious
yeah.
that like that was oddly quick.
So well, I'm not sure.
Dies. Am I still gonna get that soul?
What?
Like, because the thing is, I made this like deal with him. But if he just gets fucking killed, do I even get the soul then?
I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. Technically, he's a representative for his boss, so you would think this would transfer up, but never know with these demons.
Celine would try to call in a couple favors they'd grunt to deal with this Leon situation if she can.
Well, let's go through. Let's see what are those couple of favors. What are you gonna call in?
Well, I have Richard Campbell, my lovely little hunter friend. Not sure how he's doing right now. I have the Daniel Henrik, who's the werewolf guy. I don't want to involve Lydia in this one, and definitely, and there's also Andrea. I don't know if I want her anywhere near me, but I would start with the easiest one for there, Richard, and see if his hunter's friends would be willing, if he knows anyone at the very least, and then go for there.
Gonna say Richard isn't.
Mm.
Richard's specialty isn't necessarily in fighting. He is very good at tracking people, at finding them, like spying on them, that sort of thing. He is a bit
Gotcha.
past his prime for like fighting. But yeah, no, I
Well,
guess
there's
you can-
always Andrea as well, so.
Yes, Andrea should be very good at fighting.
The way you said that, with such happiness in your voice.
Listen, just why not? Why not bring the obviously homicidal?
Look, I need this guy to be dead today.
Does she owe you a favor?
Yeah, it's for the meeting with John.
Well, yeah. Why would she be salty about that one?
I don't understand. I didn't say. I didn't know he was gonna do that, Andre. I swear, I gave you the meeting.
Yeah, you did. She can be like, hi, I gave you help with Leon. So, feel free to let me know in what order you gonna bring these people.
I guess we'll go with Richard first because that'll be the easiest one
Yeah.
to ask if he has any of those contacts that I can see if they'd be willing to kill a demon guy for me, or if he knows anything.
He'll pick up the phone call. It's like, Celine?
Hey, Richie, how are you?
Fucking wonderful. Can I help you?
Well, I have a bit of a problem, and I know only a few wonderful experts that can hopefully be able to help me with the situation.
What problem is this?
I have a problem with a mortal man with demon affiliations who's gunning for my head right now, and I'm hoping I can get someone to take care of him for me. Or if you know anyone who could.
Say, Selena, I'm old. I can't make me do this at this my age. My back hurts if I sleep in a wrong position.
I understand. Maybe you have...
You don't. I live in an RV. It's always the wrong position. You do not understand.
Richard, I've always offered to give you some housing if you wanted. You never really took me up on that offer.
Listen, I may be old, crap, but I'm not stupid. Listen. I can listen. I can ask around. There's a couple of there's a couple of people who can take a demon spawn.
Well, that would be wonderful. I do appreciate your expertise.
Oh, any more details I can go on? This is
Sadly, I don't have much. His name is Leon. Apparently, he's been hopping around the city, though I haven't been able to pinpoint exactly where he's at or where he's gone. At the very least, he seems determined to get the job done, i.e., sending me right back where I belong, or where he thinks I belong.
this the blonde guy? This the blonde guy with the attitude?
Oh, you've met him.
No, but I did hear some stuff. He riled up some people. Very aggressive.
Oh, yeah, sounds like my guy. Who exactly has he pissed off?
Just some bikers in a bar. Listen, I can track him if you want. I can get you more details about him. Sounds to me like
know
you
what?
have an information problem. So unlike you, Celine, you usually are the one who knows stuff.
I know it's a rare treat, but I'm running out of time. I'd rather find this sooner than later. And of course, I wanted to talk to my good friend Richie at that.
Well, up to you if you wanna jump into something you don't know. But if you're willing to wait for a few days, I can definitely follow him, see if I can learn a bit about his habits, the places he hangs out, any friends he might have with.
That would be wonderful. I do appreciate that.
Of course. As
And
it will cost you.
you're good. He owes me debt, so this will be canceling that out.
How many deaths does he owe?
Just the one.
Yeah, it's gone.
Gotcha. But thank you. Deleted it out. Okay, good.
I'll take like a few days at the very least.
And of course, Celine would try to keep in contact with Rowan so they are aware of exactly what the timeline looks like, if that matters to her.
Yeah, no, we'll get to that. My question is, anyone else you wanna contact now about the whole thing?
Let's see. As of right now, there could be Zach, but I think Richard is already doing that information thing for me right
Yeah,
now.
like Zach is. See, like Richard is the spy guy. Zach is the fixer guy. So
Gotcha. So, as of right now, no, not yet. Not anything else I can think of right now.
as Darius, you will go on your lovely date as you pick up Lydia as she gets into your car.
You look nice, as always.
Thank you. You look less tired than usual, which probably means that you drank more coffee.
Yeah. But I got you something.
As you hand her the necklace, she's gonna kind of like look at it and it's quite lovely. Thank you. As you put it around her neck and like clasping it behind. Quite lovely. When did you get this?
Well, it's not as half as lovely as you, but I made it.
She looks genuinely surprised. Well, this is new. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So quite
Well,
special at the moment. See if you can keep impressing me so much throughout the night.
Of course, and you are special. You deserve to be pampered.
All right on that one. So, I will have to ask because otherwise I'll just feel bad. What's got you up so ruffled?
Just the aches and pains of learning how to do politics.
Well,
But
at the very least, you're starting to better late than never.
yeah. You know what? Let's not ruin the night with work talk. I made reservations.
As I'll say this, Darius, Zoran hasn't texted you in like 5 hours.
Yeah. Darius is very aware of that, but he is trying to not like he's already like caused problems for Lydia. He does not want to cause more for her right now. It's clear that he's stressed, but he is just putting on a brave face and trying to make her feel special and important.
Listen, the date will go fine. Have some fun, relax and enjoy yourselves for the night. As what's Rowan up to? What's Rowan going to do during the night, if anything?
You know,
Raz is like, how can I fuck over there? Okay.
truly, it is truthfully what I am thinking of at all possible times. No, Rowan would probably send a text to Zoe because Rowan has probably heard about how she's gotten recently got a whole bunch of new properties. I imagine that's news that's spread around.
Yeah, I mean, what's your night circle?
Night Circle, more broadly, is -1, but Zoe is somebody I've had like a lot of personal contact with.
I'll say then. I mean, other than what you already know, not like it's not like the news cycle is burning. Like one vampire got fucked over, another one got promoted. Fucking world keeps spinning.
In that case,
I
you're
was
lucky,
gonna say, I think
Dick.
most of your personal contacts don't actually give a shit.
Yeah, most of them don't. Case, you're lucky, Tick. You're lucky. Grunt just gave you your one. I hope you appreciate it.
But you're saying it's still cold, Zoe.
And then he just took it right away from you. Yeah, I'll just send her a text. Basically, you did dodge that ball, and then Grunt did just point the gun at your prone body and shoot you 7 times. Yeah, I'll just send her a text because it's just asking I'm just asking how she's been because I know because I don't think it's because at least I know that some things have changed for vampires, but asking her how things have been going.
She's gonna text says, pretty cool. Made having fun, made new friends, enjoying life. How about you?
Oh, I've been doing pretty good. I've been making some very interesting friends myself, reconnected with some old ones, got back into the court. Yeah, honestly, it's been going pretty great.
Gonna text you. That sounds awesome. If you wanna stop by, I'll be glad to have a chat. Maybe get some drinks.
That sounds great, darling.
As yeah, no, listen. She's gonna give you the address to her club.
Question: when is the time frame for Rowan's date with Darcy?
Holy shit, that's true. I don't. Did we give? I think we'll say tomorrow just to be nice. It's 3
All right.
days, right? So, holy shit, that's like 2 sessions ago. My God.
Yeah, lots happened. And well, to be fair, not a whole lot of time has passed. It's mostly, I think, just been 2 days.
Yeah, it's been
from
like
two sessions ago.
2 days. So yeah, I'll say like probably tomorrow. Let me just make another note.
Yeah, I wanted to ask on that because I know we hadn't revisited that. I just wanted to make sure that Rowan wasn't just forgetting about it, because that's absolutely not something Rowan would forget about.
Yeah.
Rowan has marked that on every calendar she has.
As you make your way to the club itself, as you the place, kind of like you see a couple of interesting people. You do see Zoe quite immediately, kind of hanging in a kind of like booth. Recognize Zoran next to her. Across the table, on the other side of the booth, there's Andrea.
It's a wrap, Tick. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do here. It's over, man.
I will.
It's
If
fuck-
remember, Darius said
Change
you
your
would.
name.
You said you were going to take care of it, Rowan. If you break another deal, Darius will be coming after you and wanting his pound of flesh. Remember the three rules. Remember the three rules.
Yeah. I'll be scared. Yeah. I'm scared of your wife, not you, buddy. But to be fair, I got my own friends now.
You're gonna fuck up Lydia's plan?
Yeah, because if Lydia fucking takes a fall, I can start fucking teaching Grace some magic again. Like, I'm gonna be straightforward. Yeah, I've told Grace to stop training magic, but if Lydia fucking has something horrible happen to her, well, freed of that obligation.
Listen, you had to know this was coming. You had to know that.
What's worse, Tick? That now you can at least know what's going to happen to him. But prior to this, if I hadn't come here, it would have happened anyways. You just wouldn't have known about it.
Listen. One, that's true. Two, do you think Zoe would let Andrea just eat him?
I don't think Zoe could stop her if she wanted him to. If she wanted to.
Listen, we'll see. Listen,
Yeah.
Mike
Ron's
is not
gonna
the
walk
only.
towards the table.
Yeah,
Ron's gonna
they're both gonna smile at you. Zoran is looking a bit out of his element. I'm not gonna lie. He's not the most socially adept person, but he also
It's understandable. He did learn it from Darius.
looks like he's had a lot of drinks. He's actually drunk, which someone with his constitution means he's actually drunk a lot. As Zoe's like waving at you enthusiastically. It's like, oh, you made it so lovely. Here, have a seat. So, Andrea, this is as Andrea smiles and says, oh, we're already acquainted.
As we met previously.
That's well, of course, Rowan, you always seem to know everyone in town. She kind of like snaps her fingers. Someone brings you over some drinks as you sit down.
One second. Yeah. So I see. I see Darius is finally let the prisoner out of his cage. Oh, that's good to see.
Like Zoe smiles as Zoran just kind of like perks up and says, "Hey, listen. I'm never a prisoner out of it. It was my choice, and it was a stupid one, and we fixed that."
That's good to hear.
Zoe is like, well, had to eventually break out of his shell, but I'm glad you finally realized that staying inside is like he's never gonna let you out. Like that was always a lie, right? Zoran just nods. Yeah, and
Oh,
heck, listen,
I
if
think
if
it's
I
worse
can't
than
listen,
that.
if I can't take care of myself, then who even can? Like down from the drink.
Exactly. You know, listen. I've not no, I've talked to Darius a few times now. It's worse than it's worse than a lie. He's just he seems like a very skittish person. I think he just gets spooked very easily, which that'd be worse. If he was just lying to you, I could understand that. But if he's just scared all the time, then I don't think that's ever going to change.
They both nod as Zoe leans in and kind of like gives him a kiss on the cheek. But things are now much better. He can actually leave the house and, well, hang out. Maybe soon you won't have to leave the house. She kind of like winks at him.
Rowan laughs at that.
Zoran kind of like ignoring your laugh, just kind of like looks at her and says, "Listen, I told you I would talk with him about it, and I will. I will." Just... He looked really stressed today. Hey, he's always stressed. Like, if you were gonna wait for him to have a good day, well, I have to wait a while. Unlike me, you're not immortal.
How long has it been since the murder?
Let me check the timeline. It's been like a couple of weeks, like 4 weeks, a month? Less than a month.
I don't think he's had a good day in I think it's been ongoing in 25 days now, something like that. Maybe 20. Time passes by strangely. I don't think he's had a good day this month.
Zoe just kind of like chuckles and says, "Ah, fine. I guess we could give him another month if you wanna, miss out on all the fun we've been having. Like, imagine this, but like every day and." Zoran kind of like nods and says, "Yeah, I won't listen. I will talk with her. I'm sure he'll be able to handle it and deal with it. He's been complaining less and less, and
Tell me, Zorn, at least has he took any of the advice I given him? I gave him a list of people that he could talk to that could help him out with some of his issues. Please tell me he's at least talked to some of the lupines to help you with your transformations."
he shakes his head. But I don't think that's gonna be necessary now. Andrea here has offered to help out with that. Andrea kind of like smiles and says, Listen, I've been around the block a few times, and his father is not gonna be involved. I'm not an expert shapeshifter, but I've been around plenty. I'm gonna say, did you train him? I think you just... I don't remember.
No, I did, yes,
I-
because I made contact with what's her name, and then I said
Amelia.
Amelia, and then I told Zoran to go there and train with her so he could work on his abilities. So unless he didn't go, And like Andrea never told me he should have actually been with the werewolves at some point. He actually should be there pretty regularly at this
It's
point.
been like 2 days. Like, when the fuck would he have gone? I don't.
This was have been like right after the winter court thing, like the next day, or like the next day or two, because it was before Grace.
'Cause
But
I remember you having the chat, but see, this is what happens when you run.
Yeah, Grunt, just fuck him up.
yeah, sorry, just kill me for questioning you, I guess.
Yeah, you should do that, Grunt.
So listen, I don't need enemies. I have Zaz.
Unforgivable crime, truly.
Very, very shadow-like, very rat-like.
I am. See, for a very long time, I suppressed my inner rat. And you know what happened during that time I was suppressing my inner rat? I lost.
When did you lose Zaz? No, I'm gonna wait for this till after the game. I'm not gonna go down this fucking rabbit hole.
Now I'm winning. See, the problem is, listen. I don't consider what I did before winning. Those were nice stories, but I don't consider that winning. Now I'm winning.
Because that's the thing. Because after the battle, there were the hunter raids, so everyone was just fucking hunkering down. That's why I was like, it doesn't make any sense.
I know we talked about it. I'm pretty sure I sent him, but I'm leaving that up
think
to you.
I think you maybe.
I know I contacted her for sure.
I do remember you having a chat, but I don't think he actually went and trained because everyone was hunkering down. And you're not gonna train transformations while hunters are going about shooting people.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, no, I would say you probably set it up as a sort of general thing, but I don't think you actually had like a set date. Hey, you go there, train like now. And I'm sure the infatuated Zoran will totally not skip on training to go actually meet with Zoe.
I will be killing Zoe. I want you to know that character will be dead in the next couple sessions. I don't even care how it happens. She will be dead. I will actually like get sleep and focus purely on the political game if it means I kill her.
I will retcon something and she'll say, he's been talking with Emilia, but like hunter raids and I mean Zoe says like Andrea can teach me better, so.
Everyone just shrugs.
He like looks a bit.
Internally,
Yeah, just looks at you. He looks like he's confused at your reaction, but just doesn't say anything.
I mean, yeah, her shrug is more of just like, all right.
Zoe kind of like leans in and says, "Listen, I don't really want to leave him with the werewolves. I don't know. I feel like he's much more magical than that."
Yeah, I'll be honest. Werewolves are boring, profoundly boring. The anger and the rage. Oh, it's fun the first time until you realize that's the only thing they do.
That's the thing. He's not just like a magical. He has magic, you know. Like he can do pretty interesting things with the shadows. I don't think that's really a werewolf specialty. Ask me.
No, not really.
And
At least not the ones I've seen.
yeah, and Andrea over there, she's good with a lot of things. She seems nice as well. By the way, this might be a weird off-topic question. Do you know anyone who can like mind control people into like more like wipe memories? Can you do that? Maybe do you know someone who can?
I know. I mean, I know Rowan doesn't have that power. She can like mess with emotions, but she can't erase people's minds. Would I know anyone in the courts who can do that?
I don't think wiping mind ability.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
There's probably potions that can do that though. It's definitely potions that can do that.
Your best bet be a potion. Fortunately, I can adjust emotions, I can muddle emotions, and there's some interesting our psychologists once that apparently if you traumatize somebody enough, they can block out the memory. But I think that's a little different than what you're looking for.
I just remember, didn't Celine already sell this? Why do I have a memory of Celine selling fucking mind-wiping ingredients to
Yes.
someone? Was it
It
Zoe?
was a love potion. She asked.
Yeah. So,
Yes, Zoe asked for a love potion. That was a little weird, but you know what?
Yeah.
All for the contact.
Yeah. So Zoe then. So then, yeah, Zoe would be like, "Well, then I guess I should text Celine about this."
Selena's good getting. Selena's pretty good at getting things. Specialty she has.
How friendly is she with Darius though?
What's Selena with Darius? Oh, I'd worked together a few times. But I will mention this: it's seemingly every single time that Darius tries to ask her something, she does seemingly go and tell his wife, who then yells at him. So I don't think I'd call them friends.
Yeah, but his wife literally bought me like several businesses. Listen.
I'm listening.
Can I use some of your powers? Can I have this little thing that can siphon them a bit. Just add a little juice to a concoction I'm brewing. And no, right, I checked. It is memory altering potion. So yeah, no. It's not just a love potion.
No, you told me it wasn't. It was Celine realized immediately it was more than just a love potion,
Okay.
but that's what she asked. She
Okay.
called it. Yeah, you're good.
I was like,
Oh, temporary siphoning of the powers. Exactly for.
Well, I did get some ingredients for a potion. Need to make sure it actually works. Just remembered. And well. No, and also another thing. You like dampen, but no, and that's the wrong way. Can you make someone when they feel pain actually think it's good and feel enjoyment?
I assume with Bedlam I can.
Yes, you can do
Right.
that, like 100%.
Yes. I can do that, yes.
Would you like to have some fun tonight?
I always like having fun.
We're not squeamish, are you?
Rowan will kind of laugh at that. No, I'm not.
Lovely. She claps her hands rapidly as she turns around and says, "She is in. Let's go." As Andrea just smiles, and Zoe will grab Zoran by the arm and pull him along, as she will lead all of you into the basement area. As the bed has a couple of attachments to it, a bunch of restraining items. And she kind of looks at Zoran and says, "Now we've talked about this. Smith will be very fun. You as well." And she kisses him as she starts fucking binding his hands and legs. he looks a bit like a bit concerned, but listen, you know that this man is completely infatuated with her, so as she pulls out the ingredients of those kind of like potion and says, so this should do the job, but with you here, Rowan, we can make sure that this actually sticks. So as Andrea's like kind of like takes her jacket off, like rolls up her sleeves. As you can see, like her serpentine tongue just slithering in and out in anticipation. So he's like, need you to go now and do the thing on him. Make him think that whatever pain's about to hit him, you'll get pleasure from it instead. Then, yes, will also be good for his transformations, because we'll get to see the healing. I heard the Balk can heal really good. It's gonna be dark here, so we got full capacity.
Rowan nods.
As yeah, no, she's gonna prep the potion as you approach the bed.
Indeed. Rowan will use Bedlam.
I don't know if you have to roll something.
Because I know that this is technically the Fey powers is separate from their Let It Out stuff.
Oh. I was gonna say, I don't remember if there's anything other than that. Fairy magic.
This time you had me roll, but that's because I wanted to do something special with it. Because I wanted to make it temporary that time. In this case, I'm not making it temporary, I'm just using the ability.
That's your powers. Oh, it's just whenever you use your anyway. Yeah, you have to choose one of the three because I didn't remember. So yeah, you have to suffer one harm, mark corruption, or give your monarch a debt.
I'm gonna be honest, Grunt. I'm not trying to speedrun corruption, but goddamn, what else could I pick when I'm mind fucking this guy to enjoy being tortured?
Oh god, this is yeah. I feel like it's very fitting, but I don't want to pressure you into something.
I think it would be funny if I used my Intimate move and burn this fucker to the ground.
And I have a question. I did make a promise that I would protect Zorn, and this is the opposite.
Yes.
I feel like a corruption for
Yes, yes.
breaking a promise.
Absolutely.
Guys, I'm actually not trying to speedrun corruption, but like it's just happening. I can't stop.
Just stop ticking on me. I don't need your help.
See the thing. I can't explain why. I had a chance to fuck on her head, but instead I let Red in on it.
It's every game, Zaz. It's every game so far. I can't even take a breath. I can't even. I literally, this whole game is just, Darius, why the fuck? Darius, why the fuck?
Maybe
Darius, I'm going to kill you.
If you had a better, maybe if you had a better relationship with your son, this wouldn't have happened to him.
Oh, God. No, come back. If you leave, where's the fun in torturing Zorn? So yeah, just I guess you have to mark then 2 corruption, 1 for the power and 1 for
Yep.
breaking
Yep,
another
I
promise.
did.
Holy shit. As yeah, you twist
On that corruption grind set.
you twist his feelings as
I'll just whisper it up to him as she does that. A little something. Make sure that you'll enjoy this.
he like nods, reassured at your words. As Zoe is just randomly rolling.
Not even a full success. I'd survive that.
Zoe comes up with one of the vials and fucking gives him something to drink, probably to fuck him up even further. As Andrea, you see her grab his hand and like literally just fucking bite the finger off. Clean. As after she kind of like removes the hand, it's not like the blood's kind of like coagulating quite fast. As there's like a grunt, but he doesn't seem bothered by this. Actually seems quite happy. As Zoe will smile at you, Ron, and says, "You're like the best friend ever." As she like sinks her fangs into him. And
Always happy to help.
yeah, they're gonna very creatively swap between basically eating parts of him, letting them regenerate, and then doing it all over again. Drinking blood. It's like a very, very debauched event. What's gonna happen? I'm not sure how much Rowan will sit in through. They
What
are
will they
very
run?
creative with their methods.
Rowan's going to just take a seat and observe. Because again, this is a Rowan on some level finds the physical aspects of this tortural crash. She was always more of a mental person, but she can appreciate the art.
Mentally, Zoran is taking this quite well. Thanks to your meddling as well as
I
whatever.
really did help him when you consider it, because they might have done this to him anyways, and he would have been in pain. I helped him, really. He should really owe me a debt. The tick. I'm noticing some hostility. Those words tick.
So, as morning arrives, Zoe will finish as she'll give him the last vial as he like passes out. As Andrea kind of like stretches and says, "That was a lovely night. Thank you." Zoe says, "Thank you as well. Thank you, Rowan. It's been. I can't imagine how this would have been as much fun without you here." Don't worry, he's not going to
Okay.
remember much of the night.
Oh, that's good. And I suppose it depends on the what you want out of it. Some people definitely would have preferred more screams. Well, pain screams, I should say. There were screams, but they weren't pained ones.
I don't want him to suffer. I want him to have fun. I want all of us to have fun. She smiles.
Yes, if you ever need me to make another adjustment on him, don't hesitate to ask.
She's gonna smile and give you a tight hug.
Rowan will return it.
She owes you one. Rowan, congratulations.
Ah, damn, she she owes me another debt. Nice. She owes me 2 now.
Listen, she's a third status NPC. She's suddenly in, but has a lot of power.
I
so.
know, yeah. I owe two favors. I have a favor owed with Andrea. She owes me, and then Zoe owes me. That's great.
And on that note, we will end the